G'day guys, welcome to Scotch Down Under. I'm Ken.
I'm Kibble.
And I'm Scott.
And today, since it's around the time of our birthday...
Well, it's our birthday month.
Yeah, that's right, birthday month. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so we're going to celebrate someone else's birthday.
Well, technically their birthday was last year.
Yeah, so a couple of months ago, but still.
Yeah.
So it might be their birthday, century, decade, whatever. So we're going to celebrate Johnnie Walker with the Celebratory blend.
The what? Celebratory.
That one! So yes, Johnnie Walker last year brought out this bottle to celebrate their 200th year of being in existence, and this is inspired by the original Johnnie Walker blend.
Interesting.
Interesting. And there's something pretty interesting about this number down here, which you don't see very often in blends.
It's
Typically-
a high ABV.
Yeah, 51%.
I was going to put my glasses on to check, but then you started to tell me what it was.
It's pretty bold lettering, you should be able to see that.
Yeah, I can read that without
Nice
my
and
glasses.
bold,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I feel like they'd want to showcase that a bit.
It's like, alcohol, want some? Yeah, 51%, which is, yeah, you don't get that too often in a blend.
No.
No.
Usually about 40 or 38 in Australia with certain things.
Yeah, 40,
Yeah.
43 max, usually.
Now this was brought out towards the end of last year, and it's still floating around. You can still pick it up. I've
Yeah.
still seen people buying it here and there. So if you want to grab yourself some, you might want to try and grab it now before it all disappears, because it is a limited one-off release. Should we talk about the packaging?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Terrifying? Yeah,
It's
Scotty had
quite
it-
stylish.
Yeah, I it's very thin and kind of almost it's squarish, but pure white. Looks really smart and snazzy, and it's definitely going to stand out. It's very unique with the Johnnie Walker ranges. And you think, okay, that's pretty cool, until you decide to have a look, and then you're like, oh, okay, oh, yeah. So it opens up to this cool picture in the background of the old Johnnie Walker store, with this lovely gold, keep walking all the way down there, and then you've got the whiskey in the little centre bit. And
Thanks
then-
for the heads up on that. I nearly dropped it.
and even to the point on the side, like it wraps all the way around. I reckon it's pretty damn neat.
Yeah, inlaid magnets.
Yeah. So now you can open it without worrying about dropping the bottle. So the bottle's pretty standard, but
The only downside to the packaging for me is because it's that white and it's
Oh, it's going to mark so
textured.
easy.
Yeah.
It's textured card. You need to make
Yeah.
sure that your hands are actually clean when you handle the box, if you give a shit about that sort of stuff.
I do like that they're using the original old school font there. So they're not using any of
It's
the
the same
modern.
on the front, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's using that old font. No, very, very snazzy.
And it's your typical shaped Johnnie Walker bottle.
Yep,
Yeah.
very unique. They were the guys that pretty much invented the square bottles, and obviously the diagonal, they invented that. And
I feel like that's a higher quality glass bottle than they usually use as well. Because you can see the quality in the
It's
clarity
nice
of the
and
glass.
clear, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
it's slightly
maybe they've
tinted
used a
blue.
slightly better
Yeah.
bottle.
They would have had these custom made.
It does.
It is.
That's
It's
a
good quality
lot better glass.
Yeah.
Shall we have a sniff?
We shall.
We should.
My nose is starting to block itself, so let's see how well this goes.
Fish market?
Well, it's clear now. There may have been some alcohol vapor in my nose when I inhaled sharply then.
There may have been.
Well, there is definitely some ethanol on the nose.
Yeah.
But you can still get pretty well in there.
Oh yeah, you can get in there. There's a bit of oak,
Yeah.
caramel.
Colouring.
Toffee.
There is, yeah.
A little bit of leaf grass.
I'm getting a tiny bit of spice.
Spice.
A little bit of
I was just going to say there's
spice.
something sort of earthy in there. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing really outstanding on the nose, but there's nothing offensive about it either.
No, it's not. Like, it does have a decent nose.
Yeah, there's some stuff in there to explore. It's
Yeah.
not just a bland malt whiskey smell. Yeah.
There's a bit of complexity there that I'd like to dive into. Buy me a vat and I shall.
I shall swim around and give you my full experience.
You can
reckon
drink
you get-
that all yourself afterwards. I'm not touching it.
Well, like that led me to my next question. Do you reckon you'd get drunk from that, from your skin absorbing it?
Eventually, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, not only that, just from the alcohol vapors,
You'd be
you'd
really-
be going inhaling all those vapors.
And if you drowned in it, you'd be really well preserved.
Let's get into it.
Ooh.
You know what? I don't hate it. I quite like it.
Initially, a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of pepper, and then it's just softened into that just
There's a little sweetness to it too.
Yeah.
caramel, but there's
Yeah.
still that earthiness.
Yeah, that end of that finish is just like a toffee.
Licking a mossy stone.
I was going to say one of those little toffee lollies, but yeah. I don't
Honey
think
dipped rock.
honey dipped rock sprinkled with pepper.
Toffee granite.
Toffee granite. Oh, there we go. Toffee granite. All right, change your name to Toffee Granite.
That's actually, I expected to hate this.
Well, it is Johnnie Walker.
I don't really like many Johnnie Walkers.
We have shown our opinions of what we
Yeah.
think of this stuff, except for the green label.
It is a limited release, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
yeah. I mean, like we said with that glass, they're spending a bit more money on the packaging and the glass and the actual whiskey itself. It's 51%.
And for me, I'm not getting any real suggestion of any other from the range. Like, it doesn't really
No.
taste like, for argument's sake, a black label that they've just jacked the ABV on. So I think they have actually done something special with it.
Yeah.
And there's definitely nothing offensive about it.
Not at all. Like, that's quite tasty.
On that second sip, it is a lot more sweeter and more rounded. That alcohol and hot peppery note is really dropped off. It's lovely, more sweeter and rounded.
Really
yeah.
softens out.
Yeah. So I think with a bit of water, it's even going to go more that way. Oh, you got some more alcohol.
Just as I swallowed the ABV, hit the back of my throat. Woof. Yeah, no, that's tasty. I quite like that. Depending on cost.
At this point, without diving back into it, my thoughts is,
Did you?
other than the fact that it's a limited release, it would be a solid little quaffer, like an everyday
Yeah.
drinker. It's a great little whiskey. That's
Yeah.
my impression straight up.
It's like, there's nothing offensive about it. Like, I know I say that a lot, but like, there's nothing that stands out as something that's bad. There's no bitterness to it. There's a lot of whiskies that I drink that I like 90% of it, but there's just that one thing that I'm
Imagine
like,
if we put a red label here.
I'd throw it at the wall.
Yeah, we're going to say all this, that metallic-y note that's on it, and that. So I wish this was what red label was, because imagine.
Well, it used to be.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys that have had bottles from the 80s and stuff like that say it's completely a different what you get these days. So, yeah, this might be what it was meant to be.
A little bit more pepper on the nose.
An oak. It's definitely oak.
Yeah. I haven't had the smell yet. I don't know why I'm agreeing with you.
Well, because a lot of that happens when you add water to whiskies. So, you might be pretty...
Adding water opened the ABV up to me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm getting a hell of a lot
A
more.
little. But for me, there's more pepperiness.
Yeah, I'm getting more oak. And a slight bit of toast, like toasted oak. Very lightly toasty.
I have warm nostrils.
With that toffee. And it's that earthiness that I described before. I think maybe that's just that. Maybe there is a little extra char on the barrel.
It could be.
It doesn't drink like a 51%, but
No.
No, I think they're on a little bit because when you swallow it, you can feel that alcohol.
The warmth.
It's there, but
Hangs
it
around.
doesn't burn, but it is quite pronounced that it is there. But I think you're right, yeah, like some alcohols you
it
drink at
drinks like a
51.
46.
You reckon? We
yeah.
did add some water, so it might be a 46.
No, I mean like even before that.
Beforehand,
like, the
yeah.
first sip.
Doesn't kick you.
Yeah,
I'd-
more of that just classic, almost burnt toffee.
Yeah. I do like this lovely honey finish on the end.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't mind this. So how much is it?
I'm with you.
Because I can't remember.
It was $99.
Fuck
That's
off.
right.
That's if that wasn't limited.
$99 for a limited edition 51% Johnnie Walker.
I'd buy a case.
And you know what?
I like it that much.
I would rather drink that than Blue Label. I think.
Oh yeah, fucking
I
hell.
think
I think I would too. $100.
it has been a while since I've had a Blue Label, but you know, because what's Blue Label now, about $230, $240.
I was going to say you can get two of these and a bit of cane.
Well,
change.
no, you could get one of these and
And a green label and still have some change.
or you get one of them and a Lager 16.
I'd rather drink that
Yeah.
that's been through a natural filtration process before drinking blue. And
Mm.
that natural filtration process is the human body.
Okay.
Ye olde reverse Jesus.
I reckon that'll still taste better pitched out then.
Okay. I forgot that it was that cheap.
Yeah.
$99.
That's actually,
Well, that's not bad.
that's really good. That is an amazing price.
Might have to grab me another one if I can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, is there better whiskies in the same price line and everything?
Oh, of course there
there is.
Yeah, but if
There's
you-
always going to be, I think.
But is there better whiskies in the Johnnie Walker range around that price? Other than the green label, which
I was
is
going to say the green label is the exact same price.
Other than the green label, because that's a blended malt.
I mean,
But
you,
it's
you could
something
get a
different.
green label and, like, you know, some chips.
But it's something different.
Yeah.
Like it has like in that market, if you compare it to green label, they're wildly different, and I feel like they do their own.
Well, you can't
specific
compare
job.
it to green label, just normal
No.
blends,
Yeah.
not blended malts. So in the Johnnie Walker blend range,
But I'm going purely by cost. So they're roughly about the same price. There's $9 difference in it.
yeah. Well, I'm thinking the gold, the double black, the black,
Yeah.
the red label. Nah, forget
No,
it. I'll
God
buy
knows.
this.
It kills it. But like that, I'd put up there with green label for.
I'd be
how well
curious
it
to put
drinks.
that side by side with the gold because I don't mind the gold.
How much is that?
It's 150, I think.
No, it's not that much.
Yeah.
No, the
120.
gold's cheaper than the platinum, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the platinum's the one.
The platinum's about 120, 130.
Is it more expensive than this?
About the same.
No, the gold's more expensive.
Not by much. $10 maybe.
37.
Everyone's gonna be writing in the comments, "You bloody idiots!"
It's
Okay.
$9.99.
It's more expensive than this. I'd rather this.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm pleasantly surprised because
Oh, yeah.
any Johnnie Walker, the first time I've tried it, I've always had reservations on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
And I mean, for me, the blacks don't live up to the hype. The
No.
green label, I feel, delivers, and I hype the shit out of it because it's one of my favourite whiskies of all time.
Oh, every time I'm watching something and they're talking about Johnnie Walkers, I'm like, "Green label's the only one. Forget the rest."
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
But now I say, "Green label's the best," but if you can get that Celebratory brand,
Yeah, if you see it and you're in the mood, then grab it because,
Yeah.
as we said, there's nothing offensive.
if not just for the fact that it's awesome presentation, and not only
Cool
the
presentation,
packaging, but 51%.
limited release. You could treat it as just it's again like we said with the Taylor cake. It's one of those ones that you quite happily sit and sip when you're watching a movie and you don't really want to think about your whiskey.
Yeah, don't have to mix it.
But it's also a good one for early in the night as a palate warmer and
As a
loosener
warmer
up.
upper,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
think there's a little bit of depth to it. You can explore it a little with some water.
There is also a chance, because of the price of it, it's relatively cheap and limited edition, that in 5 years it might become a collector's edition because they're 200. Might become a collector's item, but you can never really be too sure with whiskies.
No. And how many of these do
there
they
is
make?
a cult following for Johnnie Walker.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be someone that basically didn't find out about this at its time of release, and 6 months down the track they're going to go hunting for it. But I'm sorry, why the hell would you buy whiskey as an investment?
No, well, not really as an investment, but you know how people, like, rum nuts. They do it all the time. They collect everything that Bundaberg put out and stuff like that. I know there's whiskey nuts that do the same thing, that they just buy literally everything Johnnie Walker.
Oh, yeah.
All the
Yeah.
merchandise and
Yeah,
everything.
and there's people that get really, really pissed off when they miss out on a limited release like the Nick Offerman Lagavulin.
Yeah, like, the benefit for us is we don't know anyone like that at all.
No, we don't.
But yeah, so like that's the sort of thing you can capitalize on, those sort of people.
But you know, in buying a whiskey for under $100, why are you going to hang on to it? Drink it, and it's a nice, easy drinker.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'll give it a solid 8.5.
Just don't drop the bottle when you open the box.
Lay it down to open it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it higher than that because I'm very surprised that I liked it so much. I'm going to give it a 9.5 because it's slowly starting to reaffirm a bit of trust in Giorgio and Johnnie Walker, because I have never given them the time of fucking day.
See, I see. For me, like I'm pretty sure I gave the green a 9.5, and this doesn't have the same depth and complexity as that. If this was more expensive, you'd be talking. I'd be bringing it down to like 8 or a 7.5. But for what it is, just under $100. Yeah, I'd still say solid 8.5.
I'm just fucking super chuffed that they finally did something fucking right.
Yeah, I'm very surprised myself. I'm going to give it an 8.8. Yeah.
And let's face it, there has been a few that we've reviewed over the last 12 months that have been somewhat disappointing.
Particularly from their portfolio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, from others that we expected more from and things, and they were disappointing, whereas this one's been the other way around. We were going, oh yeah, it could be alright, might not be. And
well, we were going to review this a few times and we were all like, nah.
I think the conversation for doing it tonight was, fuck it, let's just get it out of the way.
Because we've been trying to do this for a couple of months. We got that Johnnie Walker. Nah.
we'll do something else.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Even if we average it out between the three of us and just call it a 9.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's pretty high
9
for
out
a
of 10
Johnnie
for
Walker
$99.
blend. Damn. Oh, there you go.
What did I give the red? Like a fucking 2?
We have another red. I think you gave the black label a 6.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they were pretty miserable.
But I didn't give it much more than that either. I gave it about a 6.5 or a 7.
Yeah,
so.
I think it was 5, to be honest. I remember giving something a 5, and it wouldn't have been anything else we tried this year.
No.
Well, I know I thought more of that Highland Black 8 from Aldi than I did the Johnny Black.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's got an A statement at least.
And I think this delivers a little better than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, price point, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but still a decent whiskey for the price.
Well, there you go, Johnnie Walker and Giorgio. Take notice. This is definitely what we want to see more come out of your portfolio. Not some of that red label garbage type stuff. We want more like this.
Yeah. Up your game.
Up your game.
You proved you can do it.
That's right. Yeah.
No turning back now.
Don't make this a one-off.
Keep it coming.
Turn this into a red label. We'll be happy. Till next time.
The lid's already red. You're halfway there.
Yeah, look at that. Same bottle shape. All right. Until next time.
Have a good one.
I just had a smart idea. That's the dumbest thing I've ever thought of.
Smart and dumb. Ooh, you got me intrigued.
Because I was like, I'd love to get a bottle of this and then put it aside and try it again in 200 years. I'm not going to be fucking alive.